End of that season, I thought I've had a year out. It's going to be tough to get back in. So I just thought I'd give it one more go, and then they just had a massive clear out of Bury. They'd nearly gone bust. New chairman had gone in. So I went to the I needed a pre-season. I'd missed it, so I thought I'll go and do it there. And Blackwell were manager. They signed about 30 new players, and I just ended up signing there. Like,
what were Blackwell like? Kevin Blackwell.
Oof, now you're asking me. It were fucking horrible. They were horrible.
Straight for the jugular.
Now you're answering me.
There's not many managers I've come across who I think, do you know what, you're an arse. You're always going to get managers who leave you out, or you don't agree with, or you think training's a bit shit. But majority you think they're all right people, aren't you? But he talked to everybody like shit. No matter whether they were. He used to bully kids, know something wrong. And it was just all about him, do you know? He would violent. He used to call Tommy Miller Tommy Smith every day. And he was like he was just so arrogant, and his training was shit. All he were bothered about is, have you worked hard? Do you know what I mean? We used to have loads of foreign lads in and stuff like that. They were just coached, loads of trialists coming in every day, and like Stuart Day chairman had just bought a club. And I think he was sorting that much out behind the scenes. He just let Blackie have a bit of a free rein. So they were like Blackie and Ronnie Jepson. Ronnie, great guy, you know. I think even he used to look at him sometimes and think, fuck, you know.
Were they mates then too?
Yeah, they brought him in.
They're both at Cardiff now, aren't
we
Warnock.
Warnock now. So he got to one game. They'd been losing and stuff like that. And we'd got a kid who used to be at Navas, who used to be at Man City. His
how did he come to Bury?
No, we got his brother playing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. He was a decent little player, but like he went to like League 2 in English football. So he'd tell me at the beginning of the week I was playing. He's gone, right, we're playing this week. You're playing right wing, blah blah blah. So shape all week and stuff. I'm in team. It's coming out Friday. His name team. I'm not in it, and I've just gone. Are you winding me up? I went, I'm gonna wait up there. I'm not training. I said I'm gonna wait for you in your office. I'll see you up there. Alright, I can do that. I said, I am. Right, I'll see you up there. So I was fuming, stomping up.
That's all, he's a big baby, isn't he? He's a big baby.
He just absolutely took piss. So I'm sat outside his office, you know, you're fuming, you're like having speeches in your own mind.
Yeah, you're lying. You don't want to forget out there. No, that's
like,
the thing, you don't want to go
no
in
regrets.
Full of everything you want to say, and then come out and think, fuck me, I didn't even say it now. I didn't say it.
So he's like walked up and he's tried to come in dead aggressive. I'm, come on then, get in then, let's have it. I've gone, right, so I've walked in, I was fuming, you know, like, if it had come to it, I were that fuming, I'd have gone at it with him kind of thing. I've gone, you're just a lying prick. And he's gone, why am I? I said, well, all week you've told me I'm playing, and now you ain't even got bollocks to pull me and tell me you're playing Navas, who's not even being sub. You don't understand, I've got to play him. I went, well, tell me then. I can't tell you, but you don't understand. I went, well, tell me, if you've got to play him, tell me the reason why. I can't. I said, you're a liar. I said, listen, go and get me a cheque, and I'll fuck off. I said, I'm not bothered, I'm not playing for you. You're a fucking liar. And well, I don't want you to leave. So I don't give a fuck, I want to leave. I said, it's bullshit. I said, lads hate you. You're a bully, you talk to people like shit. I said, you wonder why no one's got a good word to say about you. And he like went on back foot. So Jeppo's coming, it's all got sorted. So played on Saturday.
You did play?
No, they played on Saturday. I wasn't even involved at this point, but I had to report for good. So they ended up losing 3-1 or something like that, and he got bullied straight after.
I didn't have to.
I think he had a bit of a sticky time. So no, he's the only real manager I've thought. And lads you speak to now, no one's got a good word for him. You know, I speak to Paddy Kenny and people like that, and
you just want a bit of honesty, don't you?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Like he's saying, there, he's playing in the lead up to the game. He was playing. If he'd have pulled him Friday morning and said, "Listen, I've got to, you know, for whatever reasons I can't say, I've got to play this other," you'd have been fuming.
You'd been pissed off, but at least
he's pulled you. It's just like a cowardly thing to do, to just brush it under the carpet and not say anything.
Carnage, you know, when it was just that time when he were there, they were just, it were like rag arse rovers at times, you know, like we'd signed Danny Mayer come on loan from Chef Wednesday, and you know, Danny's like, he's a great player, do you know what I mean, he got so much ability, and he stood there like that with his sleeves on like that, and he'd only been there a couple of days, and we were doing corners, and he's gone, Danny, do you take corners? And he's gone, no. I've gone, you do? He went, I know, I just can't be asked to run over there and have him shout at me.
Berry fan put a question out of Jessy Reindorf.
Jessy Reindorf.
Jessy Reindorf, right?
Reindorf,
Yeah. What did you think of him when he arrived?
He were. Chris will know Leo Fortune West.
Yes.
He made Leo look like Messi. He were like with his skills. He were horrendous. He were a big, tall striker, no muscly, but he just had no control over his legs. He were like Bambi on ice. So Blackie brought him in. Never ever played, like come on a sub a few times, but we're just horrific. Do you know, like said we'd be doing finishing after, and Ronnie Jepson would say, "You're not going in, Jesse, until you hit that target and score," and he'd be out there for like 40 minutes, like just couldn't do it. So we got Norwich in Cup away, League Cup, and he's throwing him on with 20 minutes to go, like cause a bit of.
Are you at this point like, what's he bringing him on for?
Like it was running.
It was like a Blackburn.
What's
he bringing him on for?
So he's picked it up 40 yards out, and he's like run with it, and he's just unleashed one straight into the top bit. It were like goal of the season contender, do you know, it were unbelievable. So he's run off and he's buzzing, he's like, he was that hyper, like he just couldn't control himself.
And it surprised him as much as everybody
else. It
else.
surprised everybody, like, you know. So they're all celebrating and stuff, and he's buzzing, do you know, you can see someone's that pumped up. So game's kicked off, one of our lads has got it, and he's that pumped up, he's run over and slide tackled his own man. They're like, whoa, calm down.
So he's just tackled
one at Berry lads, like.
Wow, that must be. He must have got done for match fixing, did he?
I think they could have when he put him on, like.
He then scored the game after.
Scored a couple,
didn't
yeah.
he? And then all the Berry fans, like, obviously you're seeing it from you're seeing him in training and being dog shit.
Well,
but they're watching the game. They've seen this lad come on, score a 40-yard screamer, scored. They're like, fucking hell, we've got one here.
They're talking about selling him on for millions, you know, and they gave him a 2-year deal, I think, as well. And then they played next game, he scored, and then I think we were playing Dagenham away, something like that. And Blackie started tinkering, but he played him as a number 10. We were like, he's got to be winding us up here, like, you know. He were horrendous.
That your last game for Berry, game of your career, promotion.
Yeah.
Couldn't sign it off any better.
No, it was brilliant. It were. I kind of already made my mind up. I was packing in at that point. And yeah, we'd been on a run. I think we'd won 12 games on bounce to kind of sneak in or something like that. We ended up winning it at Tranmere. Like, results went his way, and we got promoted. Like, it was a brilliant day.
Good night.
Brilliant day. Yeah, great day and night. Yeah. Then we went to Marbella a week after and had another good day. Like.
That would have been the final hoo-ha then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it were, and then I was going to kind of, that with me done, I'd retrained as a financial advisor. I was willing to start doing that, and then Dave Flitcroft asked me if I wanted to be like player coach kind of thing, so I just thought, if I don't try it, I'll never know. And I loved it, you know, I had 2 years there with him, loved every second of it, but it's completely different, you know, like, as a player you just go home, don't you, that's it, you know, you don't think about it, but everything gets that. All you do as a coach is sit in office and say, shit, we're here today. Or whatever. It's like everyone gets assassinated. Like, you know, team changes about 8. You think you don't get judged on training, but it's crazy, you know, how much it changes your team from like Monday to Friday.
Have Nick Pope at Berry?
Yeah.
What did you?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, top draw. We'd like struggled. We'd had about 8 keepers, I think, that season, and he come in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Where'd they sign him from?
Charlton.
Was he playing there?
No. Like number 3, and I think they had a chance to. They tried buying him for about 50 grand or something like that. He would honestly top draw. You know, you in training, shooting after games, like lads couldn't score past him.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me one bit. Like seeing
tipping for England.
Yeah. And he's a lovely lad as well. You know, wants to learn, wants to do it right.
So you're on coaching staff when Mr. Brown turned up for his.
He got his move
for his stint.
Yeah,
can we call it a stint? I suppose it
brief.
Was
we'd lost a 20-goal striker in Leon Clark, sold him, and they said, "Who shall we?"
I know the man.
I tell you what, we'll go from a 20-goal striker to a no-goal striker in one foul swoop.
How's he done in the last 2 years then, Brown?
I've seen a great review in Blackburn Times.
No, to be fair, we'd lost Leon just before transfer window just about to shut, I think, and Brownie had just left Blackburn kind of thing, so he come in and trained a few days, didn't you?
Felt me knee straight away.
Yeah.
Did Blackburn not want to offer you another deal?
Blackburn to Bury with just a crowd of pitchforks behind you.
Fuck, he's gone. But I still felt fine. I passed the medical 2 weeks before up at Ross County, and trained a couple of times. Felt all right, and then I think I'd signed on the Wednesday.
You played
or
a couple
something.
of like BAMS games and stuff.
Yeah, I played a couple of just to get fit. Really, came through them all right, and then on the bench on the Saturday for the first game of the season because I'd hardly played. Came in, trained Monday, and I started to feel my knee. Bear in mind, I had 5 operations, like in the years previous, and I just thought, not again. So then I've said, listen, I'm going to have to go in. Pull flick off, so I'm going to have to go in from training my knees knackered. He's like, all right. He said, you'll be all right for Monday though, won't you? Oh, you'll be all right in a few days. I says, yeah, 100%. Known fine well, again, that I wasn't going to be.
Happened again.
So I went to see, I think after a couple of weeks it still hadn't settled. So I went to see the surgeon and he said, we're going to have to just patch it up. He says, you've got a bone on bone, but we'll just patch it up and you'll be back in 6 weeks. Flicker off kinda, because he was getting it from, I understand why, he was getting pressure from the chairman. Saying, we've signed this player on a decent contract and he's injured.
Yeah.
So I had a few were you in there when I had a conversation with him? It was him and Ben Futcher.
Yeah.
Basically, they were saying they want us to rip your contract up, shake me hands, whatever. I was like, nah. I think he said, what you like financially? And I went, it's nothing really to do with you. And he said,
I've got loads, why? Do you want to borrow some?
I'm not fucking going anywhere though.
I was like, so I signed the contract, because they didn't do a medical, see. When I signed, they didn't do a medical. And if they did, because I've got that much history with my knee, I think he's probably thought, what's the point? Because we know he's got the injury. We're not going to find a dodgy knee. So he said, we're going to have there's a, what did he say? There's a personal conversation and a business conversation. Obviously, I'm gutted you're injured and stuff, this and that. So, but from a business side, we need to rip your contract up. I was like, no, David.
You are
It's a lovely offer, David, but I'm going to have to decline.
And to be fair, you were getting.
Yeah, I can understand that. The chairman's a nightmare at Bury. I didn't get paid.
He's quite young, the chairman at Bury.
He's on 36, like that, yeah. I get on great with him. He's a good guy, but he's just got. They've chucked that much money at it, and it's not worked for him. Do you know what I mean? Like he's desperate to get him to champion. It's run like a championship club. Do you know what I mean? They train at Carrington. They stay in best hotels. Do you know? And he's chucked his money behind it. No.
We'll go with a big hotel bill if you've got.
Well, that's they finished bottom of the league, this year. And I feel sorry for him a little bit because he has been. I mean, Flicker did brilliant for him. Do you know? Him and Fortune, they had a good time, and it was just going a little bit wrong towards the end. But I felt if he'd have stuck with him and seen it through, he would have got him out of it. Do you know what I mean? He panicked.
So the thing is, if he's not been in football before, even if he's a businessman in any other business, it's just a totally different environment.
Yeah,
it's totally different business or whatever to any other.
You end up making emotional decisions on if it were a normal business like he's into property, he probably wouldn't have made half of them decisions that he's made. You know what I mean? And giving people power to spend his money like he has. But going back to Brownies, it was just
a shit situation all around.
It was a shit situation.
Because I felt bad enough because obviously Sedgwick battered for us.
Yeah.
Speaking to Flitcroft, and that's a get him in. He'll do a job for us. And then within.
Blame the service at Blackburn. That's what they did.
Yeah.
Never got the service at Blackburn. Did he score many at Blackburn? No.
4 days later. He finished, lads. 4 days later, obviously broke down. I'm like, here we go. I knew I'd had enough. Let's not end on a somber note, though, lads.
No, it's
We'll just put that in there at front then.
What happened? Did they pay you up in end, or did you just see your contract out?
Well, I didn't get paid obviously till November, and then this paid us monthly till.
So they just never paid.
They just never paid us, no.
And what were reason? Like, what did they say?
I think it comes down to that I wasn't fit, so he thought, "Fuck you." But obviously, when it came to Christmas time and Chris Brass was in charge, and he pulled us in. Obviously, I knew I wasn't going to get back fit. I was fucked. And he said, "Would you take a pay up? This is Christmas Eve." I said, "Right, just get something to us, I'll have a think about it and then go from there. So I didn't come back in for 3 months and I had nothing through. I was just at home, obviously, head up my arse kind of thing.
But I do know, I mean, he gets a lot of bad, he does get a lot of bad press from Bury fans and stuff like that, Stuart, but they would be in a mess without him, do you know? Do you know what I mean? He's desperate to do well for him at the same time, do you know? And he's, since he got rid of like Flicker and Fudge and kind of Lee Clark went in there, and I dread to think what wage bill is now that they've been saddled with and they've ended up going down, but he's put his trust in people that have let him down, do you know? Brought in players that they probably shouldn't have brought in. It looked like last year they just, anyone who played well against him, they signed again a 3-year deal, do you know?
Obviously you finished at Bury and now you moved on, pastures new. Did you just fancy a change?
I just thought, where I left Bury, Lee Clark coming in, it were kind of he came and they stayed up, and he said he wanted me to stay at first, and so I went away at the end of the season and then went back in first day, and he's like, oh, you know, we've got too much staff, and it was shambles where he did it. So I just thought, I had a decent severance package in my contract. I just thought I've got a chance to kind of set something up now that I know that's bit of stability, do you know, and get myself out. I got offered a few bits and bobs, but I don't really want to be moving around the country for kind of 20 grand a year, do you know, not seeing kids and things like that. So I just, it worked well in the end, do you know what I mean? It's, I hope Bury do well, do you know what I mean? I had some great times there, and I know that they want to get it right. I know the chairman wants to get it right, and they've got a chance to bounce back next year.